Hey, what's going on? This is Brian Hernandez with myNewYorkeye, and today we're at Eataly with one of the main chef here at Eataly. And so we have an interview for you guys to enjoy today. So here we go. So can I please get your name?
My name is Alex Pilas.
And what's your position here?
I'm the executive chef of Eataly, so I oversee all the food production here, 7 restaurants, and the staff about 350.
When is your birthday?
March 15th.
And are you originally from the United States?
No, I'm Korean by birth, and I was adopted by an American couple. My interest in food in general from my childhood, my parents in Korea owned a restaurant, and I basically grew up in the kitchen watching my dad make noodles by hand. He was classically trained Chinese noodle maker, so basically watched my dad make noodles through geometric progression, and then adopted with a grandmother who basically cooked every day, especially large meals on Sunday. So basically, I think my passion for food certainly came from within my family.
How would you best describe yourself?
Introvert, but act like an extrovert only because of the people and that I work with on a daily basis, and it's not something that you can be shy about, especially when you're overseeing this many properties as well as a staff this large.
How did you end up doing the job you do today?
Basically, it was a part-time job that basically became a full-time position, and I was doing food. I worked in a lot of bad restaurants. So, I didn't go to culinary school, so I worked in a lot of bad restaurants, and bad meaning that, it wasn't the kind of place where the food didn't match what I wanted to do. And eventually just faxed out resumes from the New York Times when they used to be a classified section in the Sunday Times. And then basically I got lucky with where I interviewed at a job at a restaurant called Lupa, and I trailed there, which basically means you work for free for 2 days, and I was there. I started there where it was supposed to be a temporary position, and I ended up working for that chef for 10 years. And then this is my 3rd restaurant with Eataly, and it started maybe 20 years ago, cooking frozen chicken fingers, and to this. So it wasn't a path that I thought about. It just happened.
Could you tell us a little bit more about your job here?
My job. So basically, I oversee the production for all the restaurants here, and basically my day starts around in the store around 7, 8 o'clock. I come in, I work with all of my sous chefs, and basically plan the day, in terms of making sure that the staff arrives to work, making sure that all of our deliveries are here, and then just overseeing the quality of the products that we're serving to our guests, and whether that's in the production side of it or on the line. It's basically babysitting, on a large scale. I watch over the staff, the quality of the food, and then menus. We're in the process of changing a lot of our menus because of the season. And then we also at the store we feature the regions of Italy. So we educate our customers on the products of the different regions of Italy, as well as the foods So we're in Sicily right now, and we're in the process of changing the menu to a summer menu, as well as changing into the region of Emilia-Romagna, which is the next region we will be going into. So each restaurant will have dishes from that region, inspired dishes from that region, using local New York products, and as well as the Italian products that we have here. And basically, it's all about just, it's mostly menu related, but it's just like any other kitchen. It's just that I just have 7 restaurants as opposed to 7 locations, 7 stations. So it's a long day in the sense that a lot more meetings than I was used to in my other jobs, but it's still the same in the sense that it's a restaurant, but on a much larger scale.
Your hobbies, do you have any hobbies?
As you know, I spend most of my childhood running around in the woods, basically hunting, fishing, hiking, and camping. So I have a lot of interest with the outdoors, and cycling, and I do love gardening, but there's not much space in New York to do that. And Bikram yoga has become my new obsession.
What's your favorite restaurant in New York City, and at that restaurant, what would be your favorite dish?
I would have to say, to be completely biased, it would have to be Lupa, because I started there 12 years ago, and it's the idea of the place is it's a very casual Roman trattoria style menu. The vibe is fun. It's it's the kind of place where one day you and I could be sitting in shorts, and sitting next to us could be a couple in full formal wear because they're going to the opera, coming from the opera, and it's the music is lively. The entire place has this energy, and the food is really good food, prepared simply and using Roman traditions. The food of Lazio, specifically the food of Rome, and which the food of Rome, with the history of Rome, has a lot of flavors and characters that one doesn't really associate with Italian food, but because wherever the Romans conquered, they took parts of wherever they went and they brought it back to the city of Rome. And so I find that the food is very simple, rustic, extremely flavorful, and it's a fun environment, where I don't enjoy restaurants where you go and you're uncomfortable, where where you're almost embarrassed to laugh. Those are not fun places, and I think eating, dining experience should be about having fun, as well as sustaining yourself. But it's the act of eating itself should be a very communal, enjoyable experience.
What is your favorite drug? Like anything that pumps you up. I mean, it could be music, it could be anything.
I would have to say stress. I pretty much live on stress, and when there is no stress, meaning the deadline, I kind of relax, and that's when I think I make most of my mistakes. Where if I have a deadline and I'm stressed, I have multiple events going on, my brain functions on a different level where I'm multitasking to the point where it doesn't seem to make sense to most people, but it makes sense to me. And then once I sit down with people and tell them, we're going to do this, and this, step by step, and then once I execute that, then, the adrenaline of potential disaster, and it becomes a success. I mean, that's, I would say, what does it for me.
Are there any big upcoming events for you?
Events coming up are the store's birthday is coming up, so we are coordinating a dine-around menu with visiting chefs. We're thinking. We also have a plot at the botanical garden in the Bronx, and basically it's called Mario growing, so every restaurant has its own little plot, and we have a plot there, and so I will be doing a fundraising event for the Mario Eataly Foundation, which raises money for children, education, and healthy living. And so we will be doing that in August with as a fundraiser. September also a charity fundraiser for Mario's event, and then in October we have what we call Identità, which is a congress of chefs that will be coming here working with American chefs. Salon de Gusto, which is basically associated with slow food, in October, and we are expanding to Chicago. So we're in the process of signing a lease, and we'll be opening up a smaller version of this. So there's always something going on here.
Sounds good.
I mean, if you've never been here, please come and see us. And it's quite a place, and it's all about education, and we have some amazing products here. Products as a chef that a lot of other chefs in New York City have no access to, including in our own restaurant group. But and if you have been here, thank you for coming, and come back.
Well, sounds great.
Thank you.
This is Brian Hernandez from myNewYorkeye. Thanks for watching.